everybody. Good to see you. Welcome to Ozarks Live. Look who's here. Miss Cammie Jenkins back in the studio.
Hello, hello.
Yep, Tom is out gallivanting. We're going to check
Just
in
like
with him.
Tom does.
It's just he gallivants. We should be out gallivanting. It's a beautiful day.
I know we should.
I know. What you been up to?
You know, so I told you I was riding the MS-150. I did a little video a couple weeks ago about that bike ride coming up in September. I should know this because it's on my calendar.
Have you done that before?
I have not. I am not
Okay.
a biker. I'm a runner. I mean, I'm very physical, but I've never biked long distance before. So a friend of mine had loaned me his road bike, and I had gone on a bike ride last week that didn't go so well because I'm not used to this bike. I mean, it wants to just like fly away from me, and I'm like riding the brakes, and there's so much pressure on my arms, and so like, I was really hurting after that first ride, and so I was really scared. And he came over last night, adjusted my handlebars, raised them up just a little bit, tilted them, and I was like, wow, I didn't even know you could like tilt them that way. It made all the difference, and I'm so excited now because I'm like, I might be able to handle this, you know?
Oh, I'm sure that you can. I mean, you remember she's climbed Mount Kilimanjaro for crying out loud. She runs marathons.
Everything's so different, though, you know, and the bike and learning and where the gear shifts are, I have to actually let go of the handle to do it because it's in a weird place compared to what I'm used to. But after the ride last night, we went about 10 miles, and I finally feel just a little bit of relief, like, okay, I can do this. Because before last night, I was getting scared out of my mind.
Now, when you do the MS-150, how far do you go? Where do you start? Where do you end?
Well, you start somewhere in Republic and end in Joplin, and it's about 75 miles out. You sleep there, and then 75 miles back.
Okay.
Some people choose to do 100 miles the first day and still come back 75, which that math doesn't really add up to me, but I don't know how that works. But I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to... 75 the first day is plenty for me.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot. You know, I went with my sister-in-law a few years ago to Aspen, and we rented bikes, and we rode around, and, you know, of course, it's just a different atmosphere and environment there, but I loved it. But I did find myself near the end of the ride, which was a day-long deal. I had to just get off and push that thing. I'm like, but I hadn't been on a bike in probably 10 years. So, you know, I give myself a break. I did pretty good. But
right? I'm glad I'm not falling off.
Exactly. Yeah. So good for you.
I'm making progress one day at a time.
One day at a time.
And I have till September.
Yes, you do. It'll be a little bit cooler then, and you've got some time to build up to it. You'll be fine. Yeah. So let us know where we can support you, because it's a great cause.
Yes, I'll send some links over soon.
Good stuff.
Do that. We'll talk about that.
Okay. Yeah. Look forward to it. Well, it is Wednesday. Of course, that means Tom is out and about with the weather tour. Today, he's back at one of the more fun places to go in the Ozarks, which is Wild Animal Safari. So talk to us, Tom. What are you up to?
What am I up to? I'm feeding a giraffe. That's what I'm up to. This is Tumbleweed, and that's Patty. We've seen Patty before. We've even seen Tumbleweed, although he's in a lot better condition, I think, than last time we were here.
He is.
But what I want to tell you, of course, this is part of the weather tour, and every week on the weather tour, we give away a Midland Emergency Weather Radio. You can go to our website, ozarksfirst.com, to register for your chance to win. We draw one every week, and this week's winner, Nicole Saylor of Bolivar's. So congratulations to you, Nicole. And once again, just go to our website, ozarksfirst.com, and you'll find out how to register, and we may be drawing your name. Now let's get back to Patty and Tumbleweed. Tumbleweed, look at this. Patty, thanks a lot for having us out here, by the way. Tell us about Tumbleweed.
Well, this is Tumbleweed. He just turned a year in February, so he still
This is a 1-year-old?
He's just barely one, I know.
Grief.
They start out they still start out like 6 feet tall.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Now, Tumbleweed, tell me a little bit about Tumbleweed, how, you know, Tumbleweed got here and all that sort of thing.
Sure. So we have a park in Georgia. We have one in Texas as well. And we have 2 adult giraffes in Georgia. Too Tall and Rosie. And Too Tall earned his name for sure.
Oh, okay.
So this is where he came from.
Now, Tumbleweed, I mean, you have some bragging rights when it comes to the care, the medical care, and you know, the well-being of giraffes when it comes to Tumbleweed. Because, like I said, last time when we were in the area, Tumbleweed wasn't feeling too well.
No, he wasn't. So we had a little bit of an injury to his leg, and we have successfully rehabilitated him, and he's 100% and looking fabulous.
And
see him?
Yeah, no, yeah, he's kind of just preening right away. And of course, that's like one of the only giraffes that has been able to be rehabilitated that way.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. So it was a lot of effort and a lot of work from multiple parties. So we are very, very proud of him.
You know what is really so cool about doing something like this, and you'll find out if you do it, if he comes up close and personal, because you can feed Tumbleweed. I mean, they have food right here by the giraffe enclosure, which is also good because you can get like eyeball to eyeball with them. When you get home, your dogs are going to go, where have you been? Because, yeah, they will smell the giraffe on you. Now, you know, people, I mean, I was talking about, you know, you can feed the giraffes. But you can feed all the animals in the compound here. You can drive around and feed these animals. A great time, if you're going to be coming out to Wild Animal Safari, is earlier in the day. Why is that?
It is. So just like anybody else, if you feed them enough, they're not going to be hungry later in the afternoon.
True.
So bright and early, they're going to be nice and hungry. It's their breakfast, so they really tend to indulge in the morning and then maybe take their cat nap a little later on in the afternoon.
They may be, and with the sun, a lot of them are just going to, they'll lay in the shade. They may wave at you as you go by.
Exactly.
And that's about it. Now, of course, there are two ways that you can go through the park here. Tell us about those.
Sure. So we have a couple different sections. So we have a drive-through section and a walk-through section. In the drive-through section, you can take the complimentary bus tour where the tour guide will tell you all about the animals, how to feed them, and stuff like that. Or you can take your own vehicle and kind of go it alone and venture that way.
Which is definitely fun. You take it at your time. Of course, when you have the bus, you've got someone who kind of guides you and can tell you what's going on. But also, if you have not done that before, no, you can't eat my coat. There was a little argument going on there. That's not good for you. Anyway, the buses, you're not enclosed. The bus is really open. I mean, the animals do get up close and personal when you're on that
like
bus.
This.
Yes.
They will absolutely beg you for food, come right up to you, slobber all over you. We have slobber towels. There's a reason why we bought slobber towels.
Yeah.
Slobber towel.
Slobber. There it is right there. I have giraffe slobber on me. You can have some too. And now the thing is, you know, you have this right out by the giraffes.
Yeah.
But you also sell the food that people can take into the park so that they can feed the animals.
Yeah, so you can buy anywhere from $3 to $50 worth of food. So it's entirely up to you and how much you want to feed, if you want to feed it all, but it really is the fun part to feed.
Oh, yeah.
Because you get direct interaction. The animals know exactly what they're doing. They know the bus equals food. They know that's a good time.
And they know the cars do too. If you open those windows, they're going to come and visit you, and it's a thrill. Kids love it, grown-ups love it, doesn't make a difference. You know, there's one other thing, and I don't know if we have mentioned this before, but if you come early in the day, which, you know, Patty was recommending because it's feeding easier, you can leave, you can get something to eat here. You've got a diner here,
cafe,
right? But if you decide to go around, you can come back later in the day. The ticket's good all day.
Yeah, just be sure to have your ticket because I'll come check it.
Keep your ticket. All right. So we're going to come back a couple more times, and I think we're going to get out into the park and ride around in the bus and see a bunch of animals. So right now, Tumbleweed, good job. Back to you.
All right, sounds good, Tom. Get that slobber towel ready.
It's wonderful how tame they are. It's really kind of amazing.
I know, it is amazing for sure. All right, we'll check in with him later. But coming up, I got to hang out with my friend, the 417 foodist. He took me to show me one of his favorite dishes.
You can't go wrong when you put two foodies together, so don't go away. Ozarks Live is just getting started.